Good morning, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are talking about profits in daily with Coach Caren Fern, all the way from Toronto, Canada. She's in the house.
Excuse me.
Thank God she didn't leave us. Okay, guys,
Right here.
we are just always excited when we talk to Coach because you know what? She makes our lives better, not just our business, but our lifestyle.
Thank
And
you.
so I highly recommend that you get your pencils and papers ready. And also, when we put the caption up for you to make an appointment, be sure to take a screenshot so that you can call her and or go online and make that appointment. So with that, we're going to get this party started. Coach, what you got for us today?
Today we're talking about you are smart enough.
You're smart enough?
You're smart enough. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to you business owners, okay? You're smart enough. You know what you want to
Are
do.
we
Okay?
really?
Yes, you are. You are. I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna talk about the things that you have stopped yourself doing and put a hold on you. So that's what we're going to talk about today, right? Today we're going to talk about you might not want to do it, meaning you might not want to do specific things. And then we're going to
Mhm.
talk about you might not want to you might want to learn a better way to do this specific thing that is standing in your way.
Mm,
And then we're going to talk about that you might need a done for you service and you don't need to feel embarrassed.
okay. Th-
Don't be embarrassed.
all of this, all of this makes sense to me, Coach.
Don't be embarrassed. Let the people who's good at it do it. Okay.
Mm,
Let them do it. I had a friend, we were in a network meetup together. She's a really good second mortgage broker. That's something that we had to sit down and she had to realize she's a mortgage broker, but she's not a mortgage broker if you're a first time buyer. She is
mm,
good for the second time buyer, for the buyer who
mm,
looking for a second mortgage. That's where her genius lie. And
mm.
she was having a hard time and spending oodles of money on advertising. And when she hired me, we sat and we talked about what she really wanted to do. And she realized, hey, I don't want to deal with first time buyers who don't know anything. I want to deal with second time buyers or people who need a second mortgage. I want to dive in and really show them that maybe they overspent or they did this and this is why they need a second mortgage. Like she wanted to get in there and really help those people.
Uh-huh.
And so we did look after that. I also was her social media manager because she needed to get social. She needed to be out there. She was a shy person. So I was able to go in and talk about what she needed to do. And I handled that account for probably about a year. I was her social media manager, getting content out there, being her face without nobody knowing it's my face. I'm in the background using her and stuff, right? That
Mm-hmm.
really got her a lot of people who needed her. And she just get to do what she's so good at, which is having this tough conversation because what she said to me, second mortgagers, they had a mortgage already.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody died, things get kaput or a divorce, something, and now they need the second mortgage and they're
Want to send the
ashamed
kids to school.
or
They
school, yeah.
want.
And now some
Mhm.
of them are ashamed and they're like, but I didn't want to do this. And she get to come in and say, hey, let me walk you through this. Let me help you not to feel guilty and embarrassed.
Wow.
Let me work for you in a kind of way that you keep your dignity and you do what you got to do. And you don't go forward in debt because I'm not only going to help you get the second mortgage, but we're going to talk about how we're going to walk you through at some point out of it, amalgamate the two together, get you a lesser payment. I mean, this is where she shined, but she
Mhm.
needed somebody else, aka I walk in and I can do these other things to make her
Mhm.
work in her genius. So that's what we're talking about today, guys. And I'm excited to talk about it.
Wow. I I love this subject because there's so many young and new entrepreneurs
Mhm.
that give up because they can't do everything. They're not a jack of all trades,
No.
or they don't know how to use social media, or don't
Mhm.
desire to be on social media like
Right.
that.
It's the other thing. You're right, Terry. There's a lot of people who do not like social media, guys. Just so be clear. There's people who listen to me on my lives and
Mm-hmm.
book an appointment and say, and don't comment because they don't want anybody to see them.
Mm-hmm.
I had a client who we just started working together last month, and she's like, I've been listening to your lives, but um, sometimes I'm at work, and sometimes I just, I can't be visible, but I've been figuring out how I could do it. And so she set up an appointment and she got her contract and off we went. She was like, I got to do this. Like, I need to get these things done. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a big thing. Like, you're smart enough, but these might be the things that's holding you back. And that's what we're talking about today, guys. So, if you want, if you might not want to do a certain aspect of your business, because this is the time I talk to you guys a lot about planning. This is why planning is so
Mm-hmm.
important, so that you get to see and parcel out the things that you might not want to do. And so you said, I got to advertise, I got to do social media, but I don't like it. I got to do networking, but I get there and I don't want to talk to people. I don't even want to make the appointment. I need customers, but I hate sales. I don't like selling.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many ways you can do it that is good for you and the people you want to reach out to. So when you plan, you get to find out what is standing in your way. And you say, hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z. Let me look at my budget. Let me look at my money flow. Let me look at where I'm at. And let me see who I can hire. And if I can't hire them today, could
Mm.
I hire them in 30 days, in 40 days, in 60 days? And then set that goal and hire that person. Start
Mm-hmm.
looking, start talking, start investigating, look at people's profiles, listen to them talk like I come online and talk a lot. See who you want to chat with, and then have that
Mm.
conversation. And then you say, hey, that's what I don't want to do. So I'm going to hire somebody to either help me untangle the cobwebs, or this is specifically, I definitely know I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you get on with it and let that person do it, because the people who love to do it, when I started my pajamas business, I had a hard time with photography. Like I wanted a certain way in my brain, but it wasn't materializing itself.
Yes.
And I was fighting with it. I was looking for a product photographer. Those days, it was so hard to find them. People were doing other kind of photographies. And I said, okay, I'm going to go on Craigslist. And everybody's Craigslist. And that's where I find my first photographer. I found two.
Really?
Two.
Uh-huh.
And both ladies, young women, came out to university. This is what they want to do. And they're like, I want to work with you. And
Okay.
we were so far away that I had to drive halfway and she had to drive halfway for us to meet up. A friend went with me. My car is packed with all my PJs. And because she lived in the boondocks, and she's like, I can't get clients, but I decided to take a chance. And she was just excited. I said,
Mm.
I remember her name, right? Kathleen. I said, here's what we're going to do. She's like, you trust me? I said, I'm going to take a chance on you, and you're taking a chance on me.
Nice.
This is what we're doing. So I'm going to send you away with everything I got. And I'm going to hope that you do a really fantastic job. And Terry, within 48 hours, she sent me pictures and I was jumping up and down. She went out of her way. She bought her own mannequin, blow up mannequin, took all
Wow.
my pictures, do all kind of pose, all kind of stuff with them. So you'll see my pajamas, but you won't see anybody in them. So, but it would
Yes.
stand nicely on, I was just like so excited. I wrote her a check. I said, I'm giving you 3 days before you can cash it. And she says, if you believe in me, as I'm going to have to believe in you, we're going to do this. I said to her, once she sent me the pictures, I said, go ahead and cash the check. And when I pick up the clothes, I'll give you the rest of the money. And that's what we did.
Wow.
7 days later, that woman worked her butt off. 7 days later, we met halfway again. I pick up all my pajamas. I bought her lunch. And I give her even a little extra something in her hand to put
Isn't
gas
that
in her
nice?
car. Yeah.
Yeah. When people do a good job for you
Yeah.
really want to celebrate but and reward them.
Yeah. And she was like, Karen, because you gave me this chance, I want you to know you opened doors for me that I never thought would have been open. She goes, I got 3 other clients because she'd asked permission. And I said, yeah, you can show people what you did for me.
Mm-hmm.
And she got 3 clients by showing them what she did for me.
Wow.
And so, guys, in this business world, we got to take a chance. You
Mm-hmm.
are smart enough to know if your blinkers are saying no, listen to them and then don't do it. But if you're getting to go ahead and God is guiding you, go and take a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Life is about chances. Okay? Take a chance.
All about chances. Wow. Wow. You just struck out a lot of, not struck out, but ignited a lot of ideas in my head.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because
Wow.
that's just it. Because you're not wanting to do something doesn't mean he doesn't want your business. That's the other thing I want to say quickly. You're not wanting to do this specific thing. And I would
Mhm.
tell friends of mine who knows that I do a lot, I'd say to them, listen, I braid my own hair because my scalp is tender and I don't want my hair to be braided tight. It's not because I don't want to spend the money. And I've been to
Mhm.
several people and they all promise me they'll do my braid not tight. And I get there and I'm in pain. So that's why I braid my own hair. Guys, it's not because
Mhm.
I don't want to hire you. And I'm good at it. This was part of my job. Okay. I will hire a makeup person because I'm not good at it. A little bit of lipstick, a little bit of powder. That's what you get, what you see. I am
Mhm.
no make. That's just who I
Yeah.
am. I'll pay for that. Next, I make my own clothes because I like how they fit me. I like
Mm.
simple, elegant clothes, and I'm good at it. Guys, I was a teacher for
Okay.
4 years, 4 to 6 years. I taught, sewing and design. So I'm good at it.
You probably know what you're doing.
But if it's something you don't like, don't do it. Get somebody
Mhm.
else to do it. Okay? All right. So,
I think sometimes we forget that we actually can hire someone
yeah,
to do the things that we're not good at.
yeah,
And consider that when we do that, we should consider that an investment.
it is because it
And
really is.
is it a write-off, Coach Karen?
Yeah, part of your business. Yeah. Yeah, that's your expense. Yeah.
So that's even another reason not to torture yourself with
Yeah.
trying to do DIY stuff.
Yeah. Like if you can't dress well, I had a friend,
Mhm.
that's what she did. She'll dress you. She went shopping with you, you buy the clothes, you're going to conference. That's part of your expense.
Mhm.
Now, you mightn't do the whole 100% because if you're going to wear the dress or the suit again and it's just going to be casual, no. But if this is going to be a business suit or business attire that you're going to
Mhm.
be wearing strictly for business, you can claim it. It's an expense. It get in the expense aisle. We just put it on a certain category.
Wow.
Get categorized. And so let's say you bought, a friend of mine went to a conference the other day and she was asking me. And I told her yes. And then she went to the accountant to clarify. He says, you just can't be dressing up in the outfit. But if you're going to use this day to day, as I told her, I said, your shoes, you're going to be presenting. So you want to get yourself professionally made up. You're going to get a hair wash and stuff. We have keep all the receipts of the shoe she bought from Amazon, all the stuff that she got together, all the vests with her logo on it over the shirt.
Yes.
All that is expense for the company.
Uniform type stuff.
Yeah. Because now when you come to work, you get to wear them. Take good pictures in them. Let's see you in
Mhm.
them. Because you work from home mostly. You have two offices. You have one at home and one in a building. And you got to go there looking presentable. You never know who's going to pop their head in, which for the last 2 weeks, a lot of people have been popping in their head to see her. So she was feeling really nice in her, business attire.
I'm going to ask you this. So if you are, what do you call it, utilizing a service from someone,
Hmm.
like a personal assistant,
Yes,
on a temporary basis,
you can
not,
claim that.
is that deductible?
Yeah.
So those services that we are so afraid of
Yes.
can actually be tax deductions.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing, people? I heard one lady say you need to hire your children because that makes their allowance tax deductible.
Yes. And
And
the
they
government, you can go on any country government website and they tell you it's not a secret what or
mhm.
what you cannot do. And
Yes.
if you hire your kids, how much you can pay them, and if it goes above, how much it will cost you. So then you stay within the realms of things. That's all.
And most children don't earn that much anyway. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. And
And
then they give you, there's just so much stuff that you get that we're so afraid that we don't look into realizing the possibilities of it.
I want people to stop being afraid of earning so much that they have to pay more taxes. That's a blessing.
Thank you. Because you're paying the taxes, you get certain privileges in your country. Because you're paying the taxes, you get to do certain things. You know, the first time I went to a conference, and when this guy said it was like a light bulb for me, was an investment conference. And he says, thank God that you get to pay your light bill because you got light. Okay, my mom
Exactly.
had a candle lamp. He says, and I'm not kidding. We lived so far that it took my daddy years to get us light. When we
Mm.
came to town, we were excited, 6 or 5 of them, turning lights on and off like crazy. And they were like, stop turning on the lights. It costs money.
Well, there you go. There you go.
So be excited to pay your bills. This is how
Yes.
I came up with telling people about the 3 months, 6 months, and a year budget. This is how I start this process, is by saying, hey, if you understand ahead of time that you have to pay this bill, great, set it aside and pay it. I remember a friend of mine got a place to rent, was a condo, and she was going to rent. She says, Caren, how could I afford it? We sat down and I said, how much are you making? And how much you want to make. Because where she lived, she complained about it. She complained about it. She came to get her hair done. And I tell you guys, I talk to people in every area. She came to get her hair done. And she says, after our conversation, she's like, I need to keep talking with you. I wasn't offering this service
Mhm.
at the time. But she said, it's got to work. And she said, I'll pay you. I said, where you live. I came, I saw her space. And I said, for what you want to do and where you want to go, you're going to have to pay a little bit more rent. And she said, what do you mean? I said, where you're living right now is hindering the monies you want to make.
Oh my.
And she said, what? I said, it is. I said, okay. So I'm going to another day, and I came outside and we look around who was around, her surroundings, where she lived. The place is a dark entrance to get in. The apartment didn't have much natural light coming in. And I
Mm.
start saying to her, all these things, they're so little that you get used to them that you're not noticing how it's dimming your light on a regular basis. I said, every time you come and see me, you're excited and you don't want to go home. That's a fact. It's the
Mm.
natural light that's coming in. Yes, I know it's my company, but it's also all these other things that makes you feel good. When your
Mhm.
daughter comes see us, she's like, Auntie Caren, could I stay? Ask mom if I can sleep over. She's excited. You understand? Because this
Mhm.
is weighing her down, but you never notice because you've been thinking this is all I could do. I'm like, no, no, no. You have a job, you have a part time business. Let's get you out of there in 30 days. And we did. And
Wow.
things start changing for her. She understood what she needed, but she didn't understand the little tiny things that was keeping her in that place. A, I can't afford it. I can't afford to pay any more rent. That was her speech. You know, if I
Mhm.
work for more money, it can cost me more taxes. And she went into all these different things. But I'm like, this is how you're going to move up too. It's okay to pay your taxes. It's okay to have money coming in. It's okay to do the thing. It's okay to
Yeah.
stop buying an old car that every time you turn it broke down. Buy a new car. Don't listen to people and say, but it depreciate. That's fine. Why are you buying a car? She was at the time, beside her job, she was a, what she called herself, a mobile hairstylist. I
Okay.
said, the gas, the mileage that you're putting on that car, all that expense you can deduct in
Yes.
your business. I said to her, and so the car that you're buying, it's for your business.
Mhm. Mhm.
60%, 40% you. Buy a good car. Go buy a car. Go to the
Yeah.
parking lot, see the car you love, make sure you know the price and all the specs on it, and that's the car you're going to get you. Go
Mhm.
test drive it if you need to once or twice a month while we figure out how you're going to buy this car, which she eventually ended up buying an SUV. But guys, you're smart enough to do the things you want to do, but you might not want to do certain aspect of it. That's it.
There you go. There you go.
If that's not you and you want to learn a better way, Hire somebody. Hire somebody. When I went back to school and did bookkeeping, I called my accountant to say, I'm taking a bookkeeping class. He says, can I have the receipts? I said, yes. He says, good. Get it over to me. It enhanced what I did already. I talk money. I am indeed in finances. Bookkeeping just falls right in.
And all of this is important. All of this is important because we're getting ready to face tax season here in the U.S. soon.
Yep.
We're in the fourth quarter.
Get that going, guys. Get that going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Learn a better way.
Yes.
If right now all you can do is free YouTube and what have you, there's so much piecing together that you're missing so many little points that you don't even realize.
Yes.
Pay somebody. You know, if all you can afford is a $27 class, take that class. Don't expect to learn everything for $27. Do not fool yourself.
Okay.
It's $27. If I hold a workshop for $47 or $97, for those 2 hours, I'm getting what I'm telling you you're getting. Nothing else. Exactly. I might do an upsell, but you're getting what I promise you in that 2 hours. And you're going away with that. And
that's what you signed up for, right?
And your job is to go in and do the work within that time frame. Because when you do, you'll be ready and you'll make money to do the next thing. This is the other thing I really want to talk about online. You know, when we want to learn something a better way, we tend to want to go back to the old way. So we're doubting what the person is teaching us. And sometimes this is why we can't move forward. I just want to say this piece. If you come to learn from me about money, and I am teaching you in a workshop how to do your budget, how to manage your money, you know, to expect the feelings you can expect to receive, all these things I'm going to put in there. I expect you to go and manage that over a week, over a month. Why? You of yourself is going to see. If you say, that didn't work for me, you didn't do the work. I promise you didn't do the work, or you did it half-ass. If you fully put yourself in it, guys, the results is there. Because most people that's teaching online, I know not everybody, but most of us have other people experience it. And so now we're giving it to you. We're telling you. That's why. Yeah. I have a list of people that I've helped.
You're getting the bottom lessons. Yeah.
Bottomless pit. Who, and some of them at times did not believe because they've never experienced it, but they were willing to go through it, willing to test it out. I had a friend of mine who worked at the post office for years, and he says, Caren, I really want full-time, but they would not give me full-time. I don't think I could ever leave the part-time job we met. And I said to him, well, that's not true. He says, oh, you don't understand how the post office works. You don't know anything. I said, I probably don't. But here's what I'm going to tell you. If you want a full-time job, get to your supervisor and let them know you want to get full-time. Ask them, too, who you got to talk to in the full-time department. What's the next step up? And 3, stop giving the part-time job so much hours because you won't have time for the full-time job. And 4,
to look for the full-time job.
And 4, go see your mother because she's been calling you for a long time and you're not going and visit her.
And you know, moms have wisdom.
Right? He said, how do you know? I said, you said it in passing, but I heard. Oh, I would do now with my mom pie. That's because you haven't seen her in a while. Call her and go see her. Take a weekend off. So when he saw me the next week, he says, I booked the weekend off. You know, I said, good. Go see your mama. When you leave here Friday night, we used to go out to dinner and stuff. I said, don't come with us. Go straight and see your mom. Spend a whole weekend with her. Then come back and tell me how great it was on Monday. He was laughing ear to ear. 2 whole days with his mom.
Wow.
It wasn't a year later. He was in his full-time job. I mean, I quit by then.
There's something that builds confidence when you're talking to your parents.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because they know what you're capable of. And they're not here to beat you down like the world is.
No. They want to help you. They really want to see you shine.
And they've been through something.
Yeah, I told him that. I said, hey, you got this girl, you like her, married to her. Get yourself organized. Go talk to your mom. He said, Caren, I hear that you're in my head. But hey, let me tell you, when that man saw me, I was on the streets. He was screaming for me. I was like, who is calling me? This is a couple years later. He ran and just scooped me up and spin me around. He's like, I'm full time. I'm a supervisor. Not only did he gain full time, but over the
Yes.
supervisor. Mhm.
See, you need to talk to people who love you,
Mm.
who are rooting for you. You
Yes.
need a cheerleader and you need a
Yes.
coach.
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
There's better way to learn. Go learn the better way. Implement,
Mhm.
take action, implement, and watch your life change in front of you.
Wow.
Truly, guys, what you can do in 30, the magic you can do in 30 days. Prayers, following. God is always talking to us. Get yourself moving, and you will surprise you every time. I mean, every single time. And last but not least, you might want or need a done for you service, and that's okay.
Okay. Talk to
That's
me
okay.
about that.
A done for you service. In my field, sometimes people come to me and they want to take action. They want to start a business. And they're like, well, I need a business plan and I need this and I need that. And I'd say, what do you want to do first? Like, what do you want? I want you to just, in your heart, don't feel embarrassed. Karen, I want to make $10,000. I said, good. So we know. So we know what you want. We're going to sit down and I'm going to pull a lot of things out of you, send you to find me a lot of things to bring it to me. And I'm
Mm.
going to take those things because maybe that's not in your skill set. And I do offer that portion of done for you. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to set up a plan. We're going to meet again. I'm going to talk you through the plan and see if I'm on the same page with you. Whatever tweaks you need, I will do. If I see the tweak won't help you, I will tell you. And we'll
Mm-hmm.
come back to the drawing board. And we'll have check-in points that you're doing what I set out for you to do and what needs to be done if it's not happening. What's the next tweak? What's the next stage? How do you get here? What are the things you got to do? And yes, some of them is going to be hard stuff to do, but you're going to do them because I've done the gut of the work. I've set up your budget. I've set up your timeline. I've set up your schedule. I've given you insight. I've bring you resources. And so all of that, instead of you go scrambling all around, that's done. We've set up your funnel, your marketing, your sales, all that stuff is set up for you. And the ones that I don't do, I hire it out. And
Mm-hmm.
yes, there's a cost to it. And I pull that in together. But you have it ready to go. And you move forward. You don't have to not do. And if you're not ready for a big stuff like that, start
Mm-hmm.
where you are. You
Yes.
start where you are. You hire a coach, you hire a consultant, you hire a teacher when it's just something you want to be taught,
Mm-hmm.
and you get on with it because you are smart enough to know that you need these things and you get it.
You know what? I think we all needed this pep talk that we are smart enough,
Yes, we are.
because so many times when you share your dreams and they're not going exactly like
Mhm.
you laid them out,
Yeah.
people tell you, well, you're not really smart enough to be doing all of that. Why don't you just go, do what you were doing last week? Why you got to do all of this extra?
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, you don't want to run a business.
Exactly.
You're so discouraged
Yes.
because there was a bump in the road.
Mm-hmm. Because really, that's what it is. A bump in the road. You said it right. That's what it. That's what it is.
Mm.
It's a really a bump in the road. I know somebody who's running a company who don't think she's smart enough, but I tell her all the time, I'm like, you're smart enough. Are you kidding me? You don't have to know every single aspect of the company, but you're
Mhm.
smart enough. She's my
Wow.
client. And yes, she's hitting a lot of bumps right now, but
Mhm.
she is moving more than she thinks she is. And every time she falls down, I show her where that was only that. Don't make it any larger than what it is. It's this little tiny thing. I was listening to this guy, a Canadian guy that has a paint company. Paint, you know what he does? Here, what his business is, Terry. You notice the white stripes you see in the parking lot to separate the
Yes.
cars?
Yeah.
That's his business. That's his business.
And you know what? We need a lot of that because
Girl, girl.
it's not.
And he was saying, he says, when I fall down, I'm a guy, but if I need to go to the bathroom and cry, I tell my wife, this is a moment of crying. I am going to the washroom. And he says, now when I was younger, I would just go to the washroom. He says, I just say to her, I
I'm
need it
go-
because crying is release, guys. Crying is a release. It's not a punishment. Like if you get a couple of no, it's you releasing that thing inside of you that been pent up. And instead of holding on to it and carrying it over for the next day and the next week, you
Mhm.
shed it. Now everybody parts are different. If you feel like there's just water coming out of your eyes, maybe it's just a soft cry because it's not as that. But if you feel you need to just cry and you just pouring, let it out. Go take a shower, go in the bathroom, go somewhere where you can just have it out.
Mhm.
Get it out of your system. And then you say, okay, what's next? And if the next means you need to go sleep, rest, watch a silly movie, or laugh, do it. Don't try to do anything else other than what the next step is.
Mhm.
Once you get past the next step, whatever that is, now you can sit down and plan what are you going to do after that? How are you going to conquer? What really went wrong? Because sometimes when it's a whole thing that happens, you think it's everything that went wrong, right? Like when I first lose a client in my cleaning business, I was like, well, the girls didn't show up on time, was somebody late, and I freaked out the whole thing. And I said, okay, Caren, but if you call the client back, you can find out what happened. And so I gave her 3 days and I called her. I said, were we late? I asked all the questions. And she said, the honest truth is, I'm downsizing. I'm having a hard time in life. And I have to. And I'm glad you called me because I just want you to know that the ladies were excellent.
Okay.
At this time, I have to step back. And if we need you again, we'll call you. It took her 2 years before I heard from her again. And when she called me to clean not one, but two houses, told me she's back in her lane. And she used to flip house at some point. And then she'd go, okay, so now we'll use your service in a smaller home. Yes, it was a smaller monthly income coming to our
Mhm.
company. But she said, one of the things I remember, Karen, is that you took the time to find out how I was doing.
There you
You
go.
didn't call and say why you're not using the service. You wanted to know how I was doing and how you
Mhm.
can help
Mhm.
me and what really happened. And
Wow.
guys, when somebody said I don't want your service anymore, have this discussion with them. Just like if you're hiring somebody and they want to leave, say to them, why are you leaving? Sometimes they're moving away. Sometimes they're having a hard time. Sometimes they don't think they can take time off. So they're just quitting. Ask why they're leaving and they'll
Mhm.
tell you.
There
I
you
had
go.
somebody say to me, Kind, I just need some rest, but I want to know if I can come back.
Wow.
I'm like, what? Yeah. She's like, I need 2 to 3 weeks. I said, go take it. And then finally she said, I want to go see my mom. And her mom doesn't live in Canada. I said, in the Bahamas. I'm like, go.
Mhm.
Let's let's,
Mhm.
let's see. Like, you bought a ticket already? What's going on? She said, all that is on my mind. I'm like, go. And when she's ready to leave, I give her $200 and I said, it's not much, but here's some change in your pocket.
Mhm.
She came back a month later, and as soon as she came back, she's like, you have any work for me?
Yeah.
Like we're all humans and we just want to be cared for and be heard and listened to and find out. Selling and marketing is great, but people come first,
I
guys.
love
People
that.
come first. So when you talk to somebody, don't see dollars. Understand how you can help them and how they can help you because this is not one sided. How you help them and how they help you.
Wow. Well, Coach,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, so let's, what do you call it? Review.
Okay, guys. So today we talk about you are smart enough because if you don't want to do a certain aspect of your business, you need to hire it out.
Mm-hmm.
Or you may want to learn in a new way or a better way.
Well,
And
mm-hmm.
last but not least, look at a done for you service if you know you definitely don't want to do it. And don't make anybody make you feel like, so if you don't want to do it, you don't really want to run a business. No, just this chunk of it, you want it done for you, ready to go,
Mm-hmm.
so that you could actually work in your section of your genius, right?
Yes. Wow. Okay, guys. Look, if oh my gosh, Coach, I, I I'm always amazed at how you bring things to such an easy to understand level that are
Yeah.
still so profound.
Yeah.
I just, things that we forget that we could actually
Mhm.
do it a different way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I just want to thank you for pointing that out to us because a lot of times we do feel like we missed it and that we're not enough and we're not
Mhm.
smart enough and we
Yeah.
just need to move on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or go back to muscle memory and
Yes.
just become an employee again instead of a
Yes.
business
Yeah.
owner.
Yeah.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say other than if you're looking for Coach Caren, you can find her at Profits in Daily. I'm going to put up these links because you need to book an appointment. Okay, you just need to talk to Coach Caren. So Coach, this link
Yes.
goes where for an appointment? It
For an
does.
appointment. Yes. You book some time and we strategize.
Okay, so I'm going to take that and I'm putting it in the chat.
Mhm.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness, because
You know, come with your questions.
it's
Come to see what you need. Only you know what you need. Okay, guys? You know
okay.
what you need. You know what you need. And don't be afraid. Whatever
Okay, so
you need is.
yes, so that's going over there. And then is this link still good, Coach, for Calendly?
Yeah, actually, I gotta take that down. I'm glad you put it up.
Okay,
That
so
is,
we're not
yeah, that gotta go. Yeah,
we're
don't
not
put
going
that
to
one.
put that in the
No,
chat,
don't put that. No, no.
guys. But are you still offering your course?
Yes, my course is still there.
Okay. So I'm
Yeah,
saying to you guys, if
yeah.
you're still looking for that course, I want you to book an appointment and find out more, or go to
Mhm. There you go.
Coach
Yeah,
Karen's
that's all they need.
Instagram.
Just that link they need. That's good. That's link is
That's
fine.
yes, go to Coach Karen's Instagram and contact her. I'll go to her Instagram, see what she's about, and her Facebook page. Coach, thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for your patience. Thank you for no, for your faithfulness, for showing up every Wednesday and encouraging us to do business better. And so we want you to know, oh, you are not speaking, are you? I'm doing all talking right now. We want you to know we appreciate you, Coach, and we
You're
thank
welcome.
you for what you do. Guys, if you're looking to become a part of BizChicks, we want you to know that you can simply join BizChicks by texting Biz to 33777, or you can find us over on our website, bizchicks.net, and fill out a profile. Let us know what it is you do. We'd
Yes.
love to help you promote your business. And in the
Mhm.
meantime, if you don't know what to do and you need coaching, we highly recommend Coach Caren because we're all here to help take the hassle out of your
Yeah, that's
hustle
all.
and
Yeah.
help you run a profitable business that's fun to run. So, with that, we just want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terry Lena from California Cover Ups, and you've been listening to the Biz Chicks. Have a great day, and we'll see you all soon. Bye bye.